The Primest presents how the Sahara Desert is turning into an agricultural oasis. The Sahara Desert occupies a generous portion of northern Africa. Its radius is 3,000 kilometers. The Sahara Desert is encircled by the Atlantic Ocean, Atlas Mountains, Mediterranean Sea, Red Sea, and the Sahel. Between moist savannas and the Sahara lies an area known as the Sahel. The Sahara's expansion is threatened by droughts, overgrazing, and land usage in the semi-arid Sahel. Things are quickly becoming worse. The loss of agricultural land exacerbates several social problems, including hunger, poverty, unemployment, forced migration, conflict, and severe weather. Niger has achieved extraordinary agricultural success in the African Sahara, converting deserts into arable land. 2.5 million Nigerians have profited from planting 200 million trees on 5 million hectares of land. The average annual rainfall in the US is around 6.5 inches. The Niger River inspired the name of the landlocked Republic of Niger. The Sahara Desert occupies 80% of the country. Because of the Sahel's poor soil, erratic rainfall patterns, and extended droughts, crops there are challenging to grow. Farmers lost a lot of trees throughout the 1970s and 1980s due to a shortage of cropland and a rise in demand. Wind erosion was a factor in several crop failures. More than 700 million square kilometers of degraded land may be restored in Africa, despite the continent losing 4 million hectares of forest each year. Farmers may decide to rehabilitate damaged land rather than a clear new forest just to accommodate Africa's expanding population. Rural farming areas benefit socially and economically. Several methods are used to convert this area of the Sahara into a field for agriculture. Keep watching this video for us. First, we may explain the farmer-managed natural regeneration, or FMNR approach, which promotes the growth of trees and plants from tree stumps, roots, and seeds on degraded soils, such as those used for farming and caring for them once they do. Agroforestry, or growing trees and crops together in this fashion, benefits farmers, crops, the environment, and animals in many ways. In Niger, where FMNR is operated, 5 million hectares of agriculture that was once treeless are now green once again. The FMNR method aids in regaining trees and plants from stumps, roots, and seeds found in agriculturally used soils and other degraded soils. After the trees and bushes regrow, they must be maintained. The soil's fertility and moisture are improved for crops cultivated with them after these new woody plants have taken root in agricultural fields. Agroforestry is the term for this. The news from Niger gave people optimism that a low-tech, low-cost approach would succeed after many years of unsuccessful tree planting initiatives. Researchers discovered that FMNR improved the environment, lifted incomes, and increased grain yields by 30%. The second is the creation of crops in sub-Saharan desert half-moon holes. No, we are not discussing any movies here. Instead, a breakthrough water trapping technique has enabled one of sub-Saharan Africa's most hostile regions to flourish. Nigeria has 500 million millimeters of rain per year in the south and 200 millimeters in the north. Retaining the water in a form that plants may easily utilize is tough. Demi-lunes are a remedy for this issue. Small earthen embankments known as demi-lunes are built by hand, akin to a swale. On the bare grounds, a semicircle is drawn using an A-frame that has been rotated. Pickaxes are used to pierce the ground's surface, while spades are used to remove the soil. Little earthen bunds, or dikes, are built around the semicircle's arc. The demi-lunes, which have been covered with manure and compost, are seated inside and outside. Demi-lunes perform best when built on slopes with less than a 2% gradient. The bund's capacity to retain runoff water helps the demi-lunes when it rains. The percolating water from the reservoir is used for substance irrigation. Demi-lunes are used to cultivate sorghum, millet, and animal feed. Additionally, they could support the growth of nearby trees. They may be created fast and easily maintained with only a few hand tools. In Niger, a few non-governmental organizations, or NGOs, are working on demi-lune construction projects and paying their workers with food. Similar water collection practices, such as Zai planting trenches, are used throughout West Africa and other continent regions. Zai pits, smaller than demi-lunes pits in size, may be used to grow and maintain trees, shrubs, and subsistence crops. Finally, let's discuss a unique tree that might promote Sahel's peace. The best gum Arabic tree, Acai Senegal, thrives in the soil and climate of the Sahel. It endures droughts of 11 months. Benefits for the environment, economy, and society abounds. Egyptian pharaohs first traded their sap for money, Gum Arabic-derived E414 sustains froth in sodas, candies, inks, medicines, and beer. The environmental security of Sahel could be enhanced by gum Arabic. The nitrogen-fixing plants, which absorbs the gas from the atmosphere and transforms it into soil, include the acai gum tree. They act as organic fertilizers. Because of their wide, deep roots, these trees can withstand droughts and help stop desertification and erosion. Because of this, the acai is a pioneer in barren areas. After being planted, acai promotes the growth of surrounding plants. Niger agronomists use the tree's ecological advantages for environmentally friendly land management. In a place where 80% of the population depends on nature, restoring and regreening the land minimizes violence. Gum Arabic enhances societal and economical stability. Since gum supplies the needed additive or emulsifier for a multinational corporation, it is a commercially viable good. Locally, women and animal herders handpick resin or harden acai tree sap. Brokers go to the conventional markets to buy it. What do you think about the Sahara developing into an agricultural oasis? And what native techniques come to mind that would aid in its development? If you believe the team did such a fantastic job creating such material for you, please let us know in the comment section down below and consider subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.